to the Mad About You podcast. My name is Madeline and I'm your host for today. So if you've found this episode, it probably means that you are a returning viewer, so welcome. And this video is just about my plans for 2019 and what I've got yarn for already and what I'm planning on making. So thanks for checking it out. If you want to follow me online, I'm Mad About You on Instagram, like the board but with full stops in between, and then also I'm Mad Belle on Ravelry, so you can eventually, if you want to, follow this through the year and check out these patterns that I make. So yeah, it's afternoon and the sun is not that great, so I'm really sorry about the quality or anyway, the sun, been problematic. The shadow, that's what I was looking for, the shadow. Okay, anyway, let's crack on. The first pattern I want to make is called the Marinda Wrap, and it's a pattern by Amber O'Brien, and I actually tried this on at a trunk show and really loved it and decided that I wanted to make it. So I had previously bought other yarn, but I've decided I don't want to use that anymore, and I found some new stuff. So this is the picture. Oh, there you go. See the shadow in the sun? You know what? I'm just going to insert a picture so you can see how that goes. So the yarn I've got is these three here. So first one is this Madeline Tosh Twist Light, and it's in the Silver Fox colorway. It's a twist sock, well, it's called Twist Light, but it's a sock yarn, 4-ply, and I've never used Madeline Tosh before, so I'm pretty excited to give it a whirl. The next one I have is, well, the next two are actually Circus Tonic Handmade, and I've talked about Hannah's yarns before. So it's in the Forest Kingfisher and the Dove colorway, which you can see. So the Forest Kingfisher has gold stellina sparkle, and this one here is single ply. So the three of these together are going to be my Marinda Wrap. I keep calling it a wrap, but I'm fairly sure it's a shawl. Yep, so Amber O'Brien is the designer, like I said just before. Next one is, I just dropped them on the floor because the easiest. So the next shawl pattern that I want to make is called the Sizzle Pop. So it is a brioche shawl, all over brioche, which I've never done before, so you know, 2019, all about a challenge. And the yarn I've decided to use for this one is Nunnabar Artesian Yarns, which I have mentioned a skein before that I've not used yet, but a friend of mine's used Nunnabar. And these are single plies, and I'll put this in front of my face because I'll pop the picture up next door. But essentially, this colour is charcoal and this one is hellebore, and they are single ply fingering weight, and the colourway is charcoal and hellebore, like I already said. Just looking at this, I'm now wondering if I'm going to have enough meterage, but I will hack the pattern and figure it out. So anyway, yeah, excited. First all over brioche project. The pattern comes in two sizes, a rectangle, which is 2 skeins of yarn, sorry, a rectangle, it's a triangle, Madeline, which I'm going to use these two for, or you could make it in a full, like in a square, and that would probably be like a great baby size, cot size blanket, but I wouldn't be brioching in single ply yarn for a baby. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited about the challenge of making that one. I haven't bought the pattern yet, but I've bought the yarn for it, so that's what's happening. Also, I've been trying to shop my stash, which I've done a little bit of, as you'll be able to see with these coming up. The next pattern is the Pure Joy by Joji Locatelli, which I bought the pattern maybe 2 years ago, and I have not yet made anything. So the yarn for this one is the Tightly Knit Big Sister colorway, which is this nice grey, mostly grey with gold stellina, and then this, it's like a white base, gold stellina, and then green and blue and purple speckling throughout. So the dyer for this one is Hue Loco, and this yarn was a collaboration between Nicole from Hue Loco and the Grocery Girls. So I actually made the Girl from the Grocery Store shawl with the Little Sister colorway, which is that really dark kind of inky charcoal sort of colour, and then a really nice blue with pink and purple speckles. So I made that last year, end of last year was the first, no, not the first, probably the second or third shawl I'd ever made. And I quite enjoyed that. Actually, maybe I made it the year before. Maybe it was, anyway, I don't know. I've made the shawl. Check it out, my Ravelry library, Mad Bell and Ravelry. Yeah, so that's this one here, which is kind of exciting. And then I've only got half the yarn for this one, and this is what I think I'm going to make, but if you have any better ideas, please pop a comment down below and let me know. So I visited my friend Laura from Lola Star Creates podcast pretty recently, and she really kindly gifted me this Dingo Dye Works gradient set. There we go. So it's 8 colours, obviously dark to light. And I'm thinking about the Solara shawl by Melanie Berg, so I'll pop a picture in and you'll be able to see. But so the one I've seen in person is a nice grey with fluorescent, like neon pops of colour. So I was thinking of doing something like that, except I'd have the green gradient. So that was a really lovely gift from Laura, and I'm excited to use it. And I think I'd like a shawl, but if you have any other suggestions for a gradient kit or yeah, any patterns, please let me know, either on here or message me on Ravelry, that's fine. So I want to make 2 jumpers next year. The first one we've talked about a few times and you've seen before, which is the Cipolla by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knitworks, and the yarn we've talked about before, but I'll just show it again. So 3 Mums yarn, black, black and black, and then this one here is Peking Purple, and I've got a lot of Stellina choices this year. So it's like a lilac base with bright pops of purple colour that you can see here. So I'm really excited. At some point I'll make that. It'll be my first fingering weight jumper. And then the other jumper I haven't got the yarn yet for, but I'm going to order it tomorrow with a gift card that I got from my mother-in-law too long ago, and I just haven't bought anything. But I'm going to use Bendigo Woolen Mills in their luxury 10-ply, and the jumper I want to make is called the Montmonet sweater, I think, or just Montmonet, and it's a Aran/10-ply jumper, and I've seen a few in real life at Knit Group, and really interested in making it. It's Aran, so hopefully it'll go quicker, say, than the Cipolla. And yeah, so the colours I'm tossing up between is Sangria and Slate, I think, which is like a real dark, like a deep blue teal, although Sangria, which is like a dark burgundy red. So I'm thinking Sangria. I asked my mum for advice. She reckons the blue colour. They've also got like a navy blue, so I'm going to call up and see how many, if they've got what they've got, and then kind of make up my mind from there. So that's kind of it for garments. There's a few pairs of socks that I want to knit, and I'm just talking vanilla socks because I'm not really into the pattern socks. I think I've discussed that before. This one here is August Bird. So it's a, I don't know that I've just talked about it before. So it's the card says August Bird yarns are lovingly hand dyed in the Adelaide Hills by South Australian artist Rebecca Robinson. It's soft, superfine merino. So it's sustainably, naturally and locally grown, which is white gum wool. And this is the fantail base, which is the 80% merino, 20% nylon, and the colorway is called Ripe. So I couldn't even tell you what the dominant colour is, and I'm excited to knit it up. It doesn't feel super wash at all. It feels like a white gum wool and a really like thick, hardy merino. So it is sock yarn because it's got the nylon, but it's got quite a lot of meterage, so I reckon I can make a big pair of socks, or I don't know what else. I feel like if I mean when I knit a pair of socks, for me it's only kind of 60 grams, or actually 70 grams if I use the same skein for the whole thing, but if I do like alternate heels and cuffs, it's only about 60 grams, so I'd be not wasting because I'll find something to do with it. But anyway, I want to knit it this year. It's super soft, and yeah. Another 3 Mums yarn here. This is Cloudy with a Chance of Sunshine, a 4-ply sock in that Grello, which I really like grey and yellow together. I'm not a massive yellow wearer, but I quite like the look of this colourway, and I think it'll knit up quite a nice pair of socks. And I like the way that their yarn that's dyed like this knits up. It's usually a really fine small repeat, but we'll see how it goes. I haven't even unravelled the skein because I'm going to put that off and do it later. And then the last skein I have for like a big project is this Homespun House. So the colourway is Weasley is our king. It's green with red and a bit of more green, different green, bit of brown I think. Yeah. Anyway, it was a gift from my Fibershare partner. And so yeah, brand is a homespun house. It used to be Molly is the dyer behind this brand, and she used to be in Germany, and she's now moved her family back to America. And it also came with a stitch marker, which I think she's done collaborations with Simply Serving and Sucre Miniature. I've never had a polyamide stitch marker like this before, and I haven't wanted to take it off, so it's still on there as a gift. Smaller projects, I'm going to keep up with my Cozy Memory blanket, which I haven't added to since the last time you saw it, but I've got a few skeins that I've used recently, so this is going pretty well. So I'll be adding to that as I finish these projects and I get some more leftovers. And then also, I've got a bag of other leftovers. So some of them have gone into my Cozy Memories, or actually most of them, and then there's a few little mini skeins I've dyed myself. So this is my bag of 10 grams or almost 10 gram minis. Not minis, they're leftovers, let's be honest. But I'm going to make a granny strap blanket, which is crochet. So a lot of people do that with their scraps. I don't really know what else to do. I don't want to get rid of them. I'd like to use them, and then I guess if I've got double ups or anything left over, I'll probably reskein them and then maybe give them away. But I don't have a lot. Surprisingly, for someone who knits a lot of 4-ply yarn, I don't have as many scraps as I thought I would. So yeah, look, that's all I really have to say so far. I think that'll probably get me through. Look, if I'm really optimistic, I'd say 6 months, but it's probably going to be most of the year's knitting. So yeah, knock the camera. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, we'll see how we go. I'd be interested to watch this back this time next year and figure out what I did make. And then yeah, like I said, you can keep track on Ravelry, where I put pictures. I'm going to photograph all this stuff and put it up in my stash so that I actually have an appreciation of what I've got there. That sounds like a really good job for the next time I'm on holidays. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.